Hey guys, Frank here, and today's video is going to be a serious video, so if you guys just want a usual entertaining, funny, happy video, I guess click away now. So I've been thinking about doing this video for the past month, and I really don't want it to turn into one of those typical YouTuber videos where you like break down crying or anything like that. So I've kind of been taking my time with it until I was emotionally prepared to share this with you guys. And I've been debating whether or not I even wanted to open up, but I feel like it'll help me. And also by sharing this with you guys, it, I guess, shows you another side of me. And, I just want to be honest with you guys. Not to say I haven't been honest with you, it's just that I've kind of been hiding something and I'm really ashamed about it. Okay, where do I start? I haven't drank alcohol in the past 30 days. That might not sound like a big deal to you guys, but that is a huge deal for me. I was essentially addicted to alcohol. This video is gonna fuck me in the future. Oh my god, I regret this already. For the past half a year, or maybe even longer, I've been drinking nearly every day. It got to the point where I was drinking in the morning. Like, I would wake up at like 7 a.m. and have an entire bottle of wine. And then like pass out all day, wake up at night, and then have like 12 beers. It was awful. It was, looking back on it, it's like, I don't even know how I drank that much. So to get into why and how this happened, I guess, I was dealing with a lot of emotional issues. We all have them. We all have, no one's perfect. We all know that. I was dealing with a lot of emotional issues that I really didn't want to address. I just kind of wanted to mask them and repress them and act like they weren't there. Alcohol was very helpful with doing that, and that's part of why it's so dangerous. I'm not turning this into like a you shouldn't drink ad, but I'm just sharing my story. And I know a lot of people probably have it worse than, I had. So when I was upset, I would be like, okay, I could just drink and I'll feel better. So it went from me just drinking at, parties, like YouTuber parties, to in my house, in the morning, any time of the day, anytime I was feeling a negative emotion, I would pick up a drink. And then I would feel instantly 1,000,000 times better because it makes you feel so good about yourself and so confident, and like all of your problems go away. And that's very addictive in itself. And just the amount I was drinking, you don't realize until someone around you says something and like taps you on the shoulder and is like, you have a problem. This is becoming a problem. It started to ruin my relationship with my girlfriend, which is heartbreaking to think about now, but my judgment was so clouded. I mean, I was nearly drunk every day. I had like an eternal hangover. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past 6 months, besides the last 30 days, I probably had a hangover while I was filming. And you guys never knew. No one ever knew. I was a functional alcoholic, which I would argue is probably the worst kind, because no one knows. No one knows that you're having a problem. No one knows that you have an issue. I can't believe I'm like confessing that. So it started to ruin my relationship with my girlfriend, but she was very like understanding. And one day it was kind of like a wake-up call. She had that like serious look in her eyes. Like it was just really heavy. Something she was telling me that was really emotional and really heavy. It had like depth to it. I was like, okay, I have to take this seriously. And she was like, I don't even remember the last time I was around you and you were completely sober. And that like hit me really fucking hard. And I, drink in hand, I was like, holy shit. It was affecting my memory. It was making me bitter and angry. And that's not me. That is not me as a person. Like, it was making me like bitter, very angry, and very like, I guess, jaded. I lost a lot of friendships because of it. Because I was so like withdrawn and kind of like in my own bubble of just like, this is so amazing and it feels so good, and kind of like fuck everyone else, and I was in such a bad state of mind. I don't know how I can explain that better. I understand this video is gonna be like a mess, but I don't know how to phrase it any better. But to get back to my girlfriend, her words really just made me sit back and think, okay, I have a problem. And she would say that. She said, you know, you have a problem. If you continue doing this, it's not going to end well in, you know, a few years' time. This is going to be seriously damaging to your health. Things I noticed besides personality changes were like weight gain, bloated face, which you guys probably didn't see. I don't know if my face looks any less bloated, but essentially what I would do is I would wait until my face wasn't like puffy and bloated from alcohol and then try to film. Now I'm gonna look back at my old videos and be like, was my face like more bloated? Anyway, a lot of like redness, feeling like you're always dehydrated, really, really horrible. And now I'm in a place where I haven't drank in 30 days. And I mean, I've always drank alcohol in moderation, and it really started to derail, I would say, in the past half year or longer. I don't remember because my memory is so fucked. But all of that is starting to come back to me. I'm starting to be more in touch with my emotions. That sounds so fucking cheesy. But even filming something like this, like, I became so withdrawn. It made me almost lose my connection with you guys. I would feel like I was still making videos, but like I lost a connection because it became too much for me to handle. Like if I saw one negative comment, I would be like, oh my god, like my entire world would like crash, and I'd be like, it's just like a negative comment, like you've dealt with them in the past, why is it affecting you so much now? And then I would drink. Everything was a trigger. Literally every negative thing was a trigger. And I'm not trying to make light of this, and I'm not trying to make it less serious than it was, but I'm just in a much better place already now, and I really just don't want a video where I'm like, I was addicted. I don't want that. So the place I'm in now is, I feel much, much happier. It hasn't been easy, to be honest, because there's still a lot of, you know, negative things and a lot of negative thoughts that I have, and now instead of masking it with alcohol, I'm coming face to face with it. I'll be like, okay, I'm having these negative thoughts. Let me understand why. Let me face this and overcome it and use the strength inside of myself rather than a bottle of alcohol to combat it. So overall, I'm becoming a lot more positive. I'm starting to feel like my old self again, if that makes sense. Because I feel like I was becoming a person I really wasn't, and I don't know if that showed on camera. It's almost like I don't have a good recollection of a good chunk of these past few months. But already I'm in a much better place. I don't want to touch alcohol again for at least a few months, and until I can train myself to just have alcohol in moderation. And I think that's why it's such a toxic substance, because even though I'm admitting all this to you guys and I was like, it was destructive, I'm still like, but one day I want to go back to drinking it in moderation. Right now, moderation is impossible for me because one drink leads into 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and then I black out and wake up and I'm like, what the fuck happened? I was thinking about taking a break from YouTube for a long time. I was like, okay, I'm not drinking anymore. I don't even know how I'm gonna film videos. I've had to like drag myself out of bed to film videos. Even like this one. I was just so demotivated and going through some kind of withdrawals. I wasn't going through like withdrawals where you would like vomit. That's disgusting, I'm sorry. It was just withdrawals where you feel very fatigued, very demotivated, and very demoralized. And like no self-confidence, no sense of self-worth. You just hit a really low point. To me, that was rock bottom. Like I said, I know other people have different stories and probably had worse experiences, but that to me was the lowest point that I've experienced in my life. So with that said, I just wanted to make this video to share this with you guys and take away whatever message you want from it. I don't really have a cohesive ending to all this. I don't have a message that's going to be like, be careful with drinking. Drinking, like, I don't want to come off as like a drug ad. I just feel like part of being a YouTuber or internet personality, part of that is being able to be open with your audience, and I was really losing that connection with you guys, and like I stopped doing live shows. By the way, that's a lot of the reason why I stopped doing live shows, because I was just fucking drunk all the time. Oh my god. Oh, this is... Now I'm getting... Okay. Okay. I'm leaving that in. I'm not gonna edit that out. Right now, I would say I'm still in kind of a recovery phase. And it's getting easier by the day, and also harder in a sense, because I almost forgot what it was like to deal with problems normally. So I just want you guys to bear with me. I don't know if I'm going to have a 100% flawless upload schedule, because some days are just really hard and I don't know how long this stuff lasts for. But I know one day soon I'm gonna have, my old self back, the motivation and the drive, without having to use any substances. And yeah, that is the story of me being addicted to alcohol. Not a fun story, but something I really had to get off my chest. And if I never said anything about it, no one would have ever known. Like, no one... You guys would have just never known. And I feel like in a way that's lying to you guys. Because if I'm going through like this recovery period and just never say anything, I feel like I'm living a lie. So, I don't remember the last time I made a video like this. But yeah, that is going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I told you guys I wasn't going to break down or anything, and I think I did a pretty good job of doing that. Again, I don't have a cohesive ending to all of this. It's just that I want you guys to know that you don't need any substances to cover up your problems, and the best way to deal with them is to either get professional help or to try to combat them on your own with your own willpower. Okay, now I'm sounding like an anti-drug ad. But anyway, I'm in a much better place now, and I'm going to continue to be in a better place, and I'm going to do that without alcohol. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope I somehow meshed it together enough. I didn't want to get too heavy. I just wanted to explain where I've been at for a long time, a really long time, and I hope it just didn't do too much damage to me. And I don't want to be looked at either as like a recovering alcoholic, or like, I don't want you guys to look at me that way, or be like, I don't want comments like, I don't want comments like a few months from now being like, congrats on not drinking. Like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to be that YouTuber that's like the, oh my god, he was an alcoholic. Like, I don't want that. I know people have probably been much worse. Or maybe I'm just trying to cover my problems. I don't know. But that's basically it. I don't know how to wrap this up. I wish I knew how. I don't. But that's it. I shared a very sensitive and deep part of my life with you guys, and I'm looking forward to actually listening to you guys, and I'm looking forward to the future. I feel like this video is either going to be a huge mistake, or it's going to be really, really great. I love you guys very, very much, and I will see you in the next video. I feel too silly to do my outro, so I'm just gonna do here. I love you guys.